All right, good morning. Monday, May 3rd. How was your weekend? I hope it was wonderful and refreshing and exhilarating and any other descriptive word you'd like to add there. Before I get into it, I do want to apologize for missing yesterday. I time had just gotten away from me, and I thought I had more time than what I did before I had started my activities for yesterday. So I'm going to come on today and I normally do the Monday motivation, but Sundays I normally like to do something a little spiritual. So I'm going to combine the both and try to do something spiritually motivating. But please check out our new episode, two wild and crazy guys. People like this one. It's just Johnny and I kind of going off the cuff. So it's fun. It's interesting. But you can find that at flawedinc.com, Flawcast anywhere you listen to podcasts. Look for Flawcast or Flawcast CLE. We're on Rumble, doing very well on Rumble. Thank you for all the support and love there. We're on YouTube, obviously. But I'm going to get into this today. And actually, yes, this is what I was going to share yesterday, but I'm going to try to make it a little bit more motivational than spiritually intense, I'd say. But there's a passage here that's Jesus talking. This is from the Amplified. And he who falls on the stone will be broken to pieces, but he whom it falls on will be crushed. And I was thinking about that last couple of days, and I think that's something that's kind of overlooked. Like, I know there's a lot of scriptures, there's a lot of quotes, if you will, from Christ that people like to use a lot. But the idea of he who falls on the stone, which is the symbolic reference Christ makes to himself, will be broken to pieces, but he whom the stone falls on will be crushed. And to me, that speaks of the process of life. And what do I mean is that when you hear conversations or like you see on social media, people like Unbreakable, things like that, it really hit me the other day that you don't want to be unbreakable. And this is a hard truth that we need to understand and embrace. And like, even the process of things that I've been going through the last couple of years, I try and say I want to be healed, but I resist the idea or the notion that in order to be healed, you have to be broken. That there's a beauty in being broken. The whole idea of being flawed cast, flawed ink. The idea and notion of being broken is so beautiful and so powerful. Because if we fall on the stone, we're broken to pieces, right? If we fall upon Christ, we're broken, we're shattered. It's about being reborn in a way, about being remade and remolded in that healing process. But if the stone falls on you, it's like there'll be times, I believe, when there's going to be judgment, there's going to be things that are going to fall on you that you're going to be crushed. So when I see people talk about I'm unbreakable, or like they got those little circles on the different profiles, and unbreakable, or I just kind of think that's, all due respect, sort of an ignorant notion. We're all capable of being broken. And one way or another, we will all be broken or crushed. We'll either fall on Christ, we'll fall on his mercy, we'll fall on his power, and we'll be broken. Which is and I hate to admit it, it's such a good thing. It's such a powerful thing. It's such a necessity. Or we are going to have him fall on us and crush us, obliterate us. And so I guess my motivation today is, if you're broken, if you're going through hardships, and I'm talking to myself right now. I'm just, I'm dealing with something. I haven't really said things to a lot of people because I don't know how to process things. But I realize that through it, I'm being like broken. Like there's pain and there's hurt. And in that process, either way, it doesn't feel good. It's not comfortable. It's not the easy thing. It's not the entertaining thing. It's not the fun thing. But it is a necessity. It is important. It is something that we must endure in one way or another. So don't be unbreakable. I would say just know at some point you're going to be broken. That at some point that, and I think a lot of it is your choosing, which is the motivational part comes into play. Are you going to choose to, be crushed, to say, almost in a haughty way, like, I'm unbreakable, nothing can get me, nothing can penetrate me, which might be a self-defense mechanism. I don't know. I'm not trying to judge people, but I'm just trying to, say this is what this is. There's a lot of things that are happening right now in this world that are breaking people, that are breaking down people, breaking down families, breaking down businesses, breaking down communities. So that's just something that's going to happen. And how we stand, how we maneuver those things are in regards to our relationship with the Almighty and in the relationship that we have with Christ. And I would even say the humbleness, the pliableness, the willingness to learn, where I think a lot of this comes into. I was watching an interview with Samuel L. Jackson, and someone asked him, he's like, even at this stage in the game, are you still teachable? And he's like, yeah, you have to be. And I thought, wow, this is Samuel L. Jackson. I mean, the guy is a legend, and he's talking about how he still learns from people. He's still learning all the time. He's not thought he arrived. And if you listen to any of the greats, even Jimi Hendrix made comments like that. But the idea of going through life, not being unbreakable, but allowing yourself to be broken, but being resilient to say, yeah, I am hurt. Yeah, I am bruised. I am broken. I am flawed. But I will be resilient. I will walk in the power and the authority and in the function of the Almighty, who has purposed my life for whatever, and whatever that may be for you. But you can't do that until you get in the arena. Happy Monday, everybody.